Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome to another episode of the It Gets Better Right Square podcast. I'm your host, Louis Beans, and I'm here with Merc with the mic.
What is going on? What's going on, world?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. A lot of different things going on. It's cool that you showed me this. So it's the for anybody who's wondering, it's a blue Power Ranger that floats in the sky. He has a cape on, and it's like he's just morphing between one ranger into another. So let me know, what is this cool ass character?
So he's kind of he kind of reminds me of like a Sentient, like in Marvel. He's kind of like a god like character that kind
Mm.
of observes. You know what? You know what he's more like? The Green Lantern Corps, the big blue people head, the big headed blue people.
Yes.
He's very similar to that.
Okay, got you. Is he like all of them in one?
I think he's just the entity of their power. So he's exists of the morphic grid power.
Also, like, okay, so is he basically, how in any other, okay, I'll take an example. So Flash,
Yeah.
they have something called the Speed Force. Is he like the equivalent of the Speed Force, just a character?
Yeah, I guess like I feel like I feel like he takes something that you're familiar with, and I guess that's the way the shape he takes. I guess
Oh,
because I'm still learning about him. I just got to him, and he's very
mm,
interesting. He's a very interesting character. Um, Let me get the right name right because I said the name.
looks cool too.
Yeah, it looks cool.
Is
He's
he
pretty
famous stuff?
interesting. Where it takes place is in the 40s of Power Rangers. What's happening is, if you remember in the show, um, Emissary. His name is Emissary.
Hmm.
And remember in the show when Zach Trini and Zach Trini and Jason all went to the peace conference, and then we got the new turtles, the new Rangers.
Hmm.
So pretty much in that time. So during that time, they pretty much what they did was, instead of going to actual Sweden, they lied to the Ranger crew to go on a mission for the Emissary and the Emissary, and to help battle, like to protect the grid and everything like that. So they went on a separate mission. He gave them their own powers of the Omega Ranger powers, and so they're their own Ranger entities right now. I'm like very early in the stage in the books. I don't know a lot about the character, but I know that each color has a god like this,
Oh, okay, okay,
and so he's the one of the few that's still alive
got you.
because the power of the grid kind of fucked a lot of them up. The shattered grid.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
these characters, so that as a character itself isn't unique because it's thus far in the series, like
Yes.
they've already been seen. Okay,
Yeah, yeah,
okay.
yeah. They made an interruption. That was the way they was able to defeat Lord Draken.
Oh, it's with them?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So Jason was able to gather the power of the emissary of Red, and he used that to destroy Lord Draken.
Gotcha. Cool.
Jason is the real deal in the fucking comic books. Like he is the leader. He is the one that's a badass as a Red Ranger and shit.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's a really good comic. I'm very early into it. I just started reading some stuff again just to get back into reading comics. I miss comics, so I've been reading that. It's old school, and I went to the original Turtle books. I'm reading the first one right now. I just started it, so I'm not that deep into it, but it's just a different style, and I just enjoy it. And IDW just re-released they called TMNT Classics, and the first one is the first 7 books, and then it goes into the second series, which was with the Fugitoid and the space stuff, and then the third one.
So let me ask you about that, since that's what it's going for, the first seven. Is that like critically acclaimed, or even like a different question is that stuff that influenced what we know about the turtles now?
So what the first 7 books I say had a big influence on the movie. in the original movie.
Okay.
That's
All
where
right.
the style, the characteristics they got of the turtles and things like that, they got from the comic books. You did see a lot of the cartoon get some references of it, but they didn't go exactly because the comic book was violent as shit, so they couldn't do a lot of that. But like the beginning of Baxter Stockman, the Spencer being a human and then turned into a rat kind of thing, and they always change his origin depending on the who's writing it and what company writes it. Because there's one that he's a rat that learned how to fight, and his master Yamato Yoshi, he just watched him fight and learned how to fight from there. Then you have ones that pretty much he was a human, full like trained ninja and things like that, and then he got turned into a rat. So you always get the mix of the two.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But yeah, it's nice going back into the original ones just to see the different style, how they wrote them. Because if you go into the original 7, you will think Daredevil. It's a very Daredevil style book. If you read anything that when Frank Miller was writing Daredevil, is very similar to his style.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So it's good stuff. I've been using Comixology. They have a lot of discounts on the trades and stuff. So I'll buy a trade. I gave myself buy 2 trades a month
Okay.
just
Gotcha.
to try it.
Gotcha.
Like if I give myself 2 trades. Sometimes I just get one and just let me finish this one before I buy a new one.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah,
All
it's
right.
good.
I mean, it's good to see just that those two franchises, Power Rangers and did we mention the Turtles? No, what was the other thing we mentioned?
Yeah,
Yeah, it was Turtles.
yeah,
Just that they have like those comic franchises. Like, damn, dude, I didn't
yeah,
know they went into depth. And I will say, since you put me on to Lord Draken and that whole saga, like
yeah,
I've seen that it's just become a whole different thing,
yeah.
and it's like they stepped the game up. But it kind of makes me wish that the show would like step his game up in story, like
So
wise.
I
Oh,
got something for you.
okay.
So Hasbro, I feel like they've been listening to our podcast, the Morphin Cast. Me and Tommy has been talking about this for quite some time that they should have done an animated show. So
Mm-hmm.
now Hasbro is looking for artists and an artist group to do animated series of Power Rangers,
True.
which I think are gonna be strongly based on the Boom Studios and it'll be exclusive to Netflix.
Oh, okay.
So if that actually happens, honestly, I will say, get the original artist of the Power Ranger comics, and just get his style, and just keep that in that Power Ranger form. And you could get a lot of the cast back, the ones that are alive and the ones that are still willing to deal with Power Ranger wise. You could get them to voice the characters; they never age. Then you're
Mm.
doing your voice, so I think that could be an amazing thing, especially if it would be a different take on what the Rangers are. You could keep this show being a kid show, and then you keep this and being more of a mature for the adult fan and probably the fan overall, like just to get them hooked into it again.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, shit. I know I would probably start watching a lot more.
I would too. Like I watch it anyway, but I watch. I think I'll get, especially me going to the Super Sentais now, and me seeing like the total difference of how they treat it and compared to what American treats it. It's like I want more of what the Super Sentai does than what they do.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Because Super Sentai is, even though you have to do the work and read, the captions and whatnot,
Yeah,
it's still such a better like conveyed story and characters and stuff. Like,
yeah.
damn.
Because right now we're up to Time Ranger, and so far I'm at episode 15. And I'm really digging it. I think they're doing a really good job. I think America did a good job with Time Force though, so it's gonna be a tough one to. It's gonna be battle out to the end, I guess.
Wow. Okay.
Who's supremacy?
Okay.
Right now, like Super Sentai is like 9-zip, 9-1, 9-1. Space 1,
Space is one.
and
Gotcha.
Space 1, but it barely won.
Damn. All right.
It
Well,
barely won because honestly, the only thing with Mega Ranger it was different with Space was Mega Ranger took a long time to build that story. As in,
okay.
but once you got to like 30, once you got to like episode 38 and then up, It was just
Mm-hmm.
back and forth, crazy shit happening all at once. So that almost beat out Space because of that, because it was just like balls to walls, fucking craziness shit happening. As
Yeah.
in, I think Space just had a really good storyline,
Okay. All right.
and
All
the
right.
whole Andros and Astronomer storyline was a great storyline.
Yeah, I assume also that is down to like the cast and stuff
Yeah.
that make good because I mean some of them just not great.
You know, what's the thing, I don't think this is happening with Tommy more than me, as in going
Okay.
through this and really taking in the storylines, taking in the writing and things like that. Little by little, Mighty Morphin is becoming less in my top five.
Yeah, I can see that. I can 100% see that, especially since you're watching all the Super Sentais.
Yeah, well, some the Super Sentais, they destroy
Well,
Mighty
yeah.
Morphin.
No. I get what you mean. The,
Like,
the other the other ones you're rewatching. Okay.
yeah,
All
so
right.
rewatching the American ones, like I think I like Time Force a bit more than Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Really? All right.
Just the fact that I like the storyline, and the thing is, as much as you try to put nostalgic into the factor of how you review, I don't. I
Mhm.
stop putting this nostalgic factor, because if I do, then this is number one and doesn't deserve it to be number one. I
Yeah, you're
feel
right.
like honestly, Space was my number one, and that one was a hard one too, because it was Space or SPD. It's like right there with each other, Space and SPD. There's things in Space I just like to slight more, but SPD was like right up there too. So it's SPD and Space are like on my top two. Then Mighty Morphin would be three, but right now Time Force is like kicking it out.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I can see that.
Because in the original series, like, the only thing I will say that had going for it, especially back in the day, it was probably like one of the first I've ever seen of a continuation episode of crazy shit happening. It was the Green Ranger saga, and then the Candle saga. Like,
Yeah, it was the candles. Yep.
yeah, so I feel like those two are stand out for Mighty Morphin, but that's only season one. Like, after season one, I did not like it.
I know that after season 2, I was I was about ready to abandon mid watching. I powered through season 3, but ooh, I was about to
Yeah, season
abandon
three was
ship,
fucking
man.
terrible.
Going back and watching that'll teach you something.
Yeah, season two was pretty good until the New Rangers game. Once the New Rangers
Yeah,
game, I didn't care.
I can see that. I mean, definitely back then though, I remember not interested, but like being let down that
Yeah,
they didn't come back.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Come back, but if you read the comic, they're all still there and they have their own powers. They're the
Yes.
Omega Rangers, and they look pretty badass. They look like little bit like Ninja Storm, to be honest with you.
And the thing about the canon and whatnot that I would like them to do for the ability to make something really cool like the books is to like I guess you could just retcon some of that stuff. Like I would like it if they did just that straight up that whole thing and retcon the fact that Jason and um who else was it? Jason and Zach did
Yeah,
come back.
yeah,
Not, but they never came back full time. But there's still it kind of breaks that continuity.
yeah,
So if you were to just say on this season, on this version of Power Rangers, they didn't come back,
yeah.
and then you could have that whole thing, and that would be cool. Like,
Yeah, because they became their own Rangers, and then when they became their own Rangers, they have their own little thing that they're dealing with, and then they do line up coming to team up and coming back. But Jason, Trini, and Zach stood away, and they became the Omega Rangers, and that's their little crew right now.
so
But
as
now
it exists now, there are no Omega Rangers in the regular seasons at all.
there's
Like,
a Omega Ranger, which was an SPD, but there's no
oh
Omega Rangers.
yeah,
Yeah,
the unicycle guy. You're
yeah.
right.
I have the toy of him.
The recent one.
Yeah, I have everything. I'm up to date with everything until the next wave comes out.
Okay, gotcha.
They make me broke. I sent you the picture of the Omega Rangers.
Okay, gotcha.
They look
So
pretty cool.
their design is not from anything, right? That's
It's
completely
a
original.
totally original design for Boom Studios,
That's pretty cool. It's
and I like
very
the
cool.
fact, and that's just something I'm digging Boom Studios is I think they're doing such a good job in telling a new story, but they're doing it in an adult style, as in they curse in the comic, they deal with adult situations and things like that. I think Kimberly like almost got raped in one of the issues and things like that, and she fought her way out. And they actually did a good message of what to do when things happen that way. And there's a lot of like deep shit that's in these comics, and it's like, holy shit, really? I'm all for this, and I've been enjoying the comics since. Like I've been reading all the trades. I haven't been collecting comics singly at all because I haven't gone to a comic store, but I've been doing digitally. Digitally been easier because it's a lot cheaper.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Because
That
in
makes
Comixology,
100%
you could read the first like maybe 7 volumes for free.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, and then
That's pretty
from
dope.
there on, I started paying for them. But like I bought the whole Shattered Grid thing because they had Boom Studio Comics on sale for like 35% off. So I got the big ass Shattered Grid that had all the books of Shattered Grid
Mm-hmm.
for it was going for like $25. I got it down to like $16.
Nice.
So it
Nice.
was like that, and that has like about over 12 books.
So you basically got to read the entire thing.
Yeah,
Right.
and then they've been doing it by story arcs. So I kind of jumped the gun with the Necessary Evil story arc that's going on. That's what I'm reading right now. But they lose you after the story arc is done. They do one big collaboration book that you have all the issues.
Oh no, okay. They just go out of their way to make it like that.
Yeah,
That's cool.
they make it accessible. They trying to get people to read it. So I think they tried their best to make it accessible as possible.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. That
Yeah.
makes sense. Definitely make it easy to get everything in one thing.
Yeah.
You know that I still have to buy that giant Infinity Gauntlet collection.
Yeah.
But I want the book though. I just want the
Yeah.
book.
Yeah, you could easily get it. I think you could get it pretty cheap now too.
Ah, okay.
Because you know how many times they reprinted that?
This is true. You're
Yeah.
right. You're right.
I have one of the prints that was like the gauntlet and it was gold foiled with the,
Okay,
with the
I've never
gems,
seen
and
that.
I had like Thanos. I remember buying it at Cosmic Comics in 23rd Street and 5th Avenue.
Are they still there? Or are they gone?
Nah, they're gone. They had Manhattan Comics. They moved up the block, and I think they are gone too.
Ooh.
But Cosmic Comics was because I used to go to school like in Lexington 21st. So when we used to get out of lunch, I used to go there all the time. And then the guy, the owner was kind of a racist though, so I kind of stopped going there.
Well, there goes that.
Yeah, he's like, and not to me directly, but to people I've seen. And I was like, yo, that's you kind of fucked up, dude.
Well, speaking of racist, have you seen the Monster Hunter trailer? Speaking of races against humans,
Yeah,
how about these monsters hunting humans?
yeah. What do you think of it?
Oh boy. It's Resident Evil, basically.
It's Resident Evil.
It-
It's
it
Dino
ju-
Crisis.
Don't say that. All right, you know what? You know what? You're not wrong, but still, don't say that.
It's Dino
Don't-
Crisis with Tony Jaa.
Don't give him that credit. No, you can't give him that credit. But yeah, it's basically a Resident Evil movie.
Yeah,
That's what it is. Like you see the style, you see the camera cuts, you see the guns in it, the military action has to be in there. So it pretty much is just a Resident Evil movie. She's gonna do cool stuff.
yeah.
Tony Jaa's gonna do cool stuff. Maybe something explode. There's gonna be a monster that looks like an alien, I'm sure. So there you go.
And then you're gonna get some slow mo by Mila Djokovic.
Yeah, oh yeah. Spin into the
yeah.
air.
Doing some impossible feats of action. Mila Djokovic versus Capcom. Still fucking with that Capcom franchise, man.
Oh my god! Like could you imagine if she made it in the next Versus game? That'd be great.
She should. She played 2 characters now.
Oh my god!
Let's not hope she plays another. Mila Djokovic, Chung Li.
But she's never an established character. She's always her own character though.
Yeah, she's gonna be. Yeah, she'll be the chick from Dino Crisis, and they're gonna name her Alice too.
Yep, pretty much.
It's gonna be Alice, just Alice in every fucking thing. Monster Hunter
It's so
Alice.
weird. But anyway, like as far as the trailer goes, I would say if anybody's a fan of Monster Hunter, you probably don't want to watch it.
Yeah,
you probably wouldn't want to watch it because it has time space travel, and it like kind of makes it, it it does the dumb Michael Bay thing
Okay.
where like the military has to be involved for people to supposedly be invested,
Okay.
because you can't look at a bunch of CG on screen when in reality, yes, you can. So that's kind of the reason. Like for me, is like, yeah, I get what they want to do, but they're still falling into the same trap. They haven't learned anything. It's like, uh, just because you got the CG down and the monster looks like the monsters and they sound like them, but there's gonna be a dumb plot. There's already got time travel, or dimension hopping or whatever. So that's not in Monster Hunter. It's not.
As much as you want it to be.
So,
But that
yeah.
one makes our list, so we may have to see it by the time we get there.
And supposedly it's gonna be out.
Yeah.
And then okay, here's the real reason I'm upset is because one of the monsters that they show in the trailer is one of the ones I was hoping they put in World,
Okay.
and it hasn't been in the game since like I think it's For You for DS.
Yeah.
Yeah, For You for 3DS, and it's like it hasn't been on a console yet, man. I want to see that thing in the highest definition.
Yeah.
But I got my wish. It's just gonna be on a movie screen.
Me and Djokovic is gonna fight
or a monitor,
Yeah.
because I'm sure it's gonna be streaming or whatever.
and watch the before the monster starts yelling. It's like, you're all gonna die down here.
Yeah, another little girl that just shows up.
It's gonna come out his eyeball. It's gonna be like a laser.
Yep.
You're all gonna die down here.
Like what is this?
You know, you know what though? I'd be like, whatever, man. Just fucking do it.
Gonna be a self-destruct sequence at the end.
Yeah.
What?
Nemesis comes out the sand and like tries to take down the monster.
Yeah, be happy at that. All right.
We have like a Godzilla fight with Nemesis and one of the monsters.
Ah, man, Scott Steiner is not like that, but I would love to.
Just make Milja Djokovic versus Street Fighter, and that's all we need.
I would take Mila Jovovich versus Scott Steiner. How about that?
Yeah, Scott Steiner, big bad booty daddy. I saw the last trailer though. It is what it is. It's a product of what we've been seeing from Wes Anderson. We've seen enough of his movies, so now it's just like another one. And I think that's what makes it worse for us is the fact that we've been seeing a lot of his movies, and it's just like, God damn it, can you do something different now?
Yeah, it's like they got to a point where the hokiness was a part of what you expected. But
Yeah.
I didn't come to Monster Hunter for no hokiness, man.
Yeah.
What do you? It's a Japanese franchise that has its own sense of humor,
Yeah.
and so you can't really do that
Yeah.
if you're gonna put machine guns and time travel. Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Damn. Why they let him do this? You know what's next, right? He's gonna make Devil May Cry. Watch.
And Mila Djokovic is gonna be the Dante of it.
Yep, Dante's gonna be in the movie, but he's gonna be the sidekick. I'm telling you.
He's gonna be the sidekick.
He's gonna be the love interest.
It's gonna be Alice. She won't have her original name. She just stays as Alice.
She's just gonna be. But you know what? Look. The Dante character is basically her from all of her movies.
Yeah, pretty much.
Maybe minus the psychic powers, but still, that's what I expect. I was having a thought though that she would be more accepted if she had the right fight choreographer, because I saw rumors of her being in potentially John Wick, whatever,
Yeah.
and I was like, I'm sure people are like, boo, that sucks, but I'm like, no, she's cool.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the choreography, the wire work with her in those movies is what makes it so hokey.
Yeah.
She does a flip kick, and the flip kick looks mad bootleg. You know,
I'm tired of front flip going forward.
it's just like
This
how you
backflip
roll like that.
No, backflips going forward. I hate that. It's like gravity impossible to backflip the way that you did and go forward.
But just like all the cheesy Matrix stuff he still does, the bullet time, and you know what I mean. Like if she was with a different director using a really accomplished like fight choreography studio or something,
Yeah.
that would be she could be a badass in a movie.
Yeah, I think so too. But
But
that's her husband, so
yeah, I know. Why won't he spring the money to get the real guys in there? Come on, man.
because you don't have to. He got his wife for free. That's like half the budget. Like he don't have to pay his wife.
You're right. You're right.
Like a family discount.
Uh-oh. So I was watching Max's break review or his react to it. He asked a good question. Will the Monster Hunter language be spoken? Because that's kind of a thing in the game. They have this made up language.
Well, I could see Tony Jaa like kind of talking.
Yeah,
the
that's
language.
racist. That's racist.
That's racist.
I just thinking about that. Just because he's the brownest person there, he's gonna be the de facto island man.
100%.
It doesn't make sense.
And that one Japanese girl that I saw in the trailer.
Because they basically stole her costume from the game just to make you go, oh yeah, she's here.
Yeah.
So yeah.
They will talk to each other.
So wrong.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Like I said, we know what it is.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised. I'm just kind of sad.
Oh man. Go check out the Streets of what is it? Streets of
Oh, so for the 60th anniversary of Sega, they're putting out a bunch of small I guess you would call them teaser games.
Yeah.
And they're all free. So one of them is called Yakuza. Yeah, it literally just says Yakuza Streets of Rage.
Okay. It's like Streets of Republic.
Streets of Kamurocho, excuse me.
Yeah, Streets of Kamurocho.
So it's a mashup of the two. What it actually is like a skin over like the first stage of Streets of Rage 2 with the 16-bit version of the battle theme, the default battle theme for Kiryu.
Yeah.
But it's actually all right. I mean, the funny thing is they all have Axel's moveset.
Okay.
Which I'm not mad at because kind of is messed up when you think about it. But Axel's the most popular character in that game, so everybody wants to do the uppercut. So whatever. But I've played it. It's not that long. It's literally just a skin of Streets of Rage 2's first stage. I do like that it literally has the one up though.
Okay.
Hidden behind a little thing, so it has everything that you expect from it.
Okay.
I think that if they took the time to flesh out some of the Yakuza elements more, like if they just put one thing extra in there, and that was to take like the heat actions.
Yeah.
If they found a way to incorporate the heat actions into the game, and like maybe they're a special move, maybe they're like all the weapons that you pick up and do one with are in there. Maybe you don't do the heat action because this is, it looks like a 16-bit side scroller. I'm sure it's not. I'm sure it's more complicated than that. But for what they're going for, like it just needs more like Yakuza oomph. Like the really cheap thing is the sound effects aren't Kiryu or Majima.
Okay.
So it's still Streets of Rage 2. You still hear the guy Grand Upper. Like, oh, come on, man. You could have just got a line of Kiryu saying something. That's rad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think with a little bit more work, it would actually be a better thing than it is. But as it is now, it's cool.
I'm just saying, Streets of Rage 4, if you want to give us a DLC character, can I get Majima?
Yeah, a lot of people were saying, like, Sega should fucking give them some money, man.
Yeah. Let's get this going.
Super small studio. So, and they already had plans for what they were doing, but if they wanted to give them a bunch of money to make Majima and Kiryu or something, I'll take that.
I'll take that in a heartbeat. I'll pay $15 for that.
Give me the characters. Do it now.
Yeah, I will pay for that. Like, yeah, I will pay for for those two guys. Mm-hmm. If it's not those two guys, I'm not gonna pay for it. But if it's those two guys, I will pay for it.
I'll take Akiyama. If they give me Akiyama, I'll take
Akiyama's. I'll take him, or even the new guy. The new guy just unique looking, so I'll take the new guy.
True. Oh, Judgment guy. Yeah.
Judgment guy. Yes. Well, Yagami. Yagami.
Yeah. You know
Have you
what?
played Judgment?
No, I have not. I should get it since I know it's probably on sale.
It was on sale. It's not on sale at this moment. It was. I think it went down to like $16.
Yeah, it should be dirt cheap. It might be back for this Sega thing on Steam though.
Okay, cool. So get it on Steam.
I'll have to see. But you reminded me that I saw a review of um, what's the actual name? It's Like a Dragon, right?
Yakuza Like a Dragon. That was the name of the movie.
Ah, okay. Is that character in there?
No. It's just
No.
it's Kiryu and Yamajima. That's it. It's the first game that
Really?
movie's based on. Yeah, it's the first game, but it's called Like a Dragon, and the game is called Like a Dragon.
All right, that's interesting. But I did get to see some reviews come out for it, and they said one of the strengths is something that Judgment had, which is like the way they showcase the bonds between him and his team.
Yeah,
And so they said that the main um the main character and the main people who are in your party,
yeah,
they're so well written, and they have a good dynamic between them, but they actually show a lot of the stuff so
Okay.
that you don't just see them as faceless characters. So that's actually pretty cool.
yeah,
So because the writing of Yakuza are always good.
yeah. They're always
I like
weird and fun.
So that I wasn't worried about, but to hear that compared to specifically Judgment was like, all right, that's cool. I like that.
Yeah,
So,
it'll be
I
interesting.
think I think what this game left people wanting was maybe more of a to like put some of the RPG elements, but also to go forward with the way that Judgment played, because I hear is actually somewhat different.
Yeah, so Judgment it had the Yakuza style with the beat 'em up mentality when you did the fights, but it kind of went more into had a bit more RPG elements of raising your levels and things.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I like the old school Yakuza style. I'm gonna play it. I hope I enjoy it. Like I could get into it because it's a different gameplay style, but I like the beat 'em up shit. That's the reason why I got into those games. I like the beat 'em up style. Just
I
add
agree.
more RPG elements. Like do what most Western RPGs do. Like they have like a strength system, of fucking things you add. Reading books, it gives you extra pressure or a new move and things, and just add more and more stuff. That's it.
Gotcha.
We like our Yakuza. Keep it coming.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Before you get
Oh
into
yeah, and they got a trailer too. That was the other thing, was that they got a release trailer because the game went gold, I believe.
yes, it went gold. I did pre-order mine.
Cool, cool. So what you got it for
I got it
PS4?
for PS4. Yeah. You get the automatic update. With it.
Oh yeah, the PS5, right?
Yep.
That's cool.
So I was like, all right, I'll take it for PS4. I was just gonna wait for the PS5 version. I was like, if anything, if I can play it early, because I'm not 100% sure if I'm actually gonna like go full and buy the system just yet. I might hold off a bit and just play what I have until I have like more comfortable with buying it. So I want to hear the first people getting it and like, oh, it burned. Oh, the plug don't work. The disk drive eats your disk. I want to
Yeah.
hear none of that shit.
You're right. You're right. That's that's pretty much what I need to see if there's red rings, man.
My PS5 is attacking my dog.
I mean, you saw the Sony teardown. You see how big it is.
That shit's
Big as a
humongous.
small child.
It's the size of my cat. It looks like Doom sitting straight up.
That's pretty funny.
That's exactly what it looks like. Just in white. She's a black cat, so if the system was black, it looked just like her.
But it probably weighs like 3 times as much.
I heard it's heavy too. I heard it's heavier than a Series X.
Oh boy.
It's a big boy.
I just hope they don't sprout legs and start to
Fucking Decepticon.
hell yeah.
Fucking Starscream. You telling them my plans?
Can you imagine? Like, has that been a story yet?
What?
That needs to be a in Transformers that the Decepticons just become consoles.
No, it happened in the first movie when the Energon Cube was like shocked up and shit like that. There was like a Xbox marquee, and the Xbox became a Transformer trying to kill people.
Oh, that's what that was. Wow. Just reminded me about that. Man.
I think it was the first one. Yeah, the first Transformers movie.
Okay. I was about to say I gotta watch that again. No, I'm not. No. It's okay.
I don't think I could go. Are we gonna go through the Transformers movies, or have we? We have.
No, we don't.
Do we want to?
We don't have a reason. No, we don't. We have other stuff to go to before that.
So much shit. Anyway,
we gotta do superheroes. After video games.
You sure you want to do that?
Yeah.
Oh man,
I want to see that old Fantastic Four movie. I want to do that.
Ugh.
I want to see Italian Spider-Man.
It's bad. It's bad. Anyway, talking about the movies, we have a verdict for you.
Hold on, let me just. I need to find him. I need to find Italian Spider-Man.
Oh man.
Yeah, I found him. All right. The first thing I found, Italian Spider-Man on YouTube. I'm just gonna put this out here.
Yeah.
Anybody listening, please go look up Italian Spider-Man. It looks like Jack Black. It just looks like Jack Black with a red shirt on. It's the worst. It's the laziest costume.
Yeah. We'll do the parameters of what we're gonna do, because that's a lot of things. So we really have to set the parameters of what we're gonna do.
And he has a shotgun. Huh? He has a shotgun.
He's a shotgun. Why does he have a shotgun? Does it shoot webs?
I 100% it does not.
No. It just shoots people.
You gotta see that. This for a change of pace, it might not be the movie that we just watched.
Yeah.
Might be Italian Spider-Man. This is the most ridiculous looking character. It's so regular but so bad.
Yeah. I don't think Marvel like agreed to this movie.
No, but he's got some good messages like respect women. So
oh my god. How old
I don't understand.
This is a new movie or old movie?
That one is 2008.
Yeah.
But it's an homage to like the original one from like the 60s. I think they said something from 68. There's something else from 82.
Oh,
like
it takes inspirations.
Yeah, it takes inspiration from a lot of stuff. So
yeah, Spider-Man Sentai.
Oh boy.
Oh man.
Oh boy, no. Anyway,
we're gonna go down the dark path in this fucking I don't know, man. We still got a lot of shit to go. We still have a lot of doo-doo to go through with this fucking.
Yeah, we gotta wade through the waters, right?
Yeah, we got some good ones, but there's still some bad ones in them. So today's verdict is of our video game theatrical movies. Need for Speed. The Need for Speed.
No subtitle either. I thought it had something on the side. It does not have Most Wanted. It does not have Hot Pursuit. It does not have, what was it, Rivals, which was one of the last ones.
So, you know what? It came into my head, and it's like, I get the joke now with the Maverick. He wanted the Need for Speed.
Oh. yeah, from Top Gun. Yeah.
I just got it now. I just got it. It got an extra point for me with that. I just was thinking about it because it was Kid Cudi's character kept want to be called Maverick, and it started from the beginning of the movie that he did that.
I mean, might as well just go through the list of people because I didn't know that's who that was.
Yeah. So before that, Need for Speed came out 2014. It actually did pretty decent in theaters. I think it came out on its own. It came out during a time there was not a lot of movies, so it came out March 14th, 2014. It grossed pretty good. Opening weekend, 17 million. It grossed over 203 million worldwide, so it did price really good.
So does that mean I can buy the DVD
Yeah,
and the Blu-ray?
yeah.
Need for Speed. All right,
It
buddy,
has the
you made it.
DVD, Blu-ray, and all that stuff. We have our cast, which is Aaron Paul. If you don't know who that is, he was one of the stars of Breaking Bad. This was his first movie, actually, after that show. We have
Okay.
Dominic Cooper, which, if you recognize him, he played Anthony Stark in the first Avenger, Captain America: First Avenger. He was also in Agent Carter as Anthony Stark. Um, Imogen Poots, which is Julia Madden. Remy Milk was Finn. Kid Cudi was Benny. Romeo Rodriguez was Joe Peck. Harrison Gilbert was Little Pete, which was his brother. And Dakota Johnson was Antonia.
Okay, got you.
What all their names mean, I do not know, because it doesn't mean nothing, to be honest. It was just Morgan Poots. It's a hilarious name. She was actually originally supposed to be the star of the movie when their script came up,
Okay.
and then they fought to get Aaron. Spielberg wanted her to be lead in the movie, and then they were like, "Nah, we don't want to do that," and then got Aaron Paul,
So Spielberg,
because that
what?
DreamWorks is a production company.
Well, like, wow, that's so weird.
Hmm.
Man. All right.
Maybe
So I
Spielberg.
mean,
Maybe if you listen to Spielberg, your movie probably did better in theaters,
I guess so, right?
but you didn't listen, and then he was like, "Okay, you did okay."
So it was. This was not as bad as any of the other video game movies. This is actually a pretty decent movie on its own. So like, this is probably one of the movies I would recommend to watch if you're like, oh yeah, all video game movies are trash. So I'd be like, you know what? Watch Need for Speed because it doesn't feel like a video game movie, but it ticks off all the checkpoints that you look for when you do watch a video game movie. It
Yeah,
has the names of certain things. It has um the concepts are there, which is like most more than most of the movies we watch. The pure concept of
yeah,
what a Need for Speed game would have as a story is like, yeah, this is very, very plausible to be
yeah,
in a Need for Speed game. Um, it's got so we have the characters is one thing you can't really go off of. I know there are characters and probably like diehards will be like, so what happened to what's his name? But I would also say that the cars are the star of Need for Speed, really. The
yeah,
cars are the cops.
yeah,
Funny thing is the cars and the cops are the stars because you typically don't get a Need for Speed game without the cops being there to try to chase them down.
yeah,
So that's one of the weird things about this movie is they do not downplay these people having an incredibly dangerous street race in the middle of broad daylight.
yeah.
Like they show people die.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's bananas. Like the it's very. I will say I don't know if it has any like roots. The people who shot the car chase scenes,
Yeah,
they have any roots connected with Fast and Furious or anybody else. But like that, the stunt drivers in this movie were like on point. It was really really good. So like
all right.
one of the main things that this movie managed to do is get you invested in the car chases.
Yeah,
Like if you didn't do that, then all right, Need for Speed. There you go.
yeah.
I'll watch the cars go zoom. Okay.
Yeah, and honestly, if you actually really think about Need for Speed, the game, this was pretty much what the game is. It's just driving fast into destinations and racing each other. That's pretty much what the game process is. So they did everything the game actually does.
Mm-hmm.
So it was pretty true to the game in that experience. And then they were always driving, and they were always driving fast. Like I like how they went, like they drove like cross country, speeding throughout the
Everything had
whole
a reason.
time.
But everything had a reason for like there
Yeah.
was always a reason for them to be in a vehicle, which is
Yeah.
like that made more sense.
And I give them credit. I give them a lot of credit for that. Like it did it did what the title is. It's Need for Speed. There was a lot of speed. There was a lot of driving. A lot of There's a lot of cool effects, and the cars were looking beautiful as well. And the racing scenes, I think they did a good job. Aaron Paul was good. I liked the characters. I liked the little team that they had. They all had a good chemistry with each other. I found them funny. I found them entertaining, and they had some good liners like Remy Nikhil fucking going butt naked in the office and things like that. That shit had me rolling. Like there's a lot of fun stuff in this movie. It made it very enjoyable.
Yep. Like it had more than just the cars and stuff. It did have characters
Yeah.
to support all of it.
Yeah.
Which again, it's just like it's surprising for a video game movie. So props to them.
Yeah.
Good movie, really good movie.
Yeah, I was actually looking up because you were talking about like if anyone had like history with like maybe Fast and Furious and things like that. So I was actually looking up the director and see what he did. So the director, actually, he did Triple X. So
Oh well, look at that, dude. That's like my favorite bad trash movie.
yeah, so he done Triple X, Stormship Troopers 2, The Biker Boys.
I've never seen Starship Troopers, any of the extra ones.
He was an actor too.
I know there's a lot of those.
Yeah, he was an actor. He was actually in a bunch of movies. He did that movie Torque. He did
Torque,
Triple X. He did Torque, Triple X, Need for Speed, Act of Valor. He was a producer on. Yeah. So he did. He's known for some stuff.
Okay.
Let's see if anyone has.
So if you said the Triple X, yeah, that's pretty much where he got the that driving, but there's always a sense of danger because they're driving way too fast. This is the addition of the ridiculousness of the stunts and stuff. Them driving and doing things that just can't be done, but because hey, in that universe, he's the man, so it's gonna happen. Like, yeah, I'm along. It was kind of, you know what? If in another universe you had told me this was like a speed racer movie, I'd buy it.
Yeah.
Buy it.
But you know what? If you would have told me, oh, this is based on the game Need for Speed, I would have got it. Like 100%. I was like, yeah, it makes sense. It reminds me of the car chase scenes. It reminds me of Hot Pursuit. It reminds me of Payback. It reminds me of a little bit of an On the Ground. It wasn't that many like Fast and Furious kind of cars. It was more sport, like those fancy sport cars and whatnot for the most part of the movie.
That's how it was like Most Wanted, was that it had the sports cars that had no names and stuff.
Yeah, so it was really dope. I enjoyed this movie. It was good.
Yeah,
it was good stuff. It was good stuff. I think it went high in the rankings of our rankings. I'll go through our rankings now. Just the fact that I didn't do it last week, so it got a place. Well, what you gonna grade it? I actually should put the reviews on the side, which I'll go through another day. So
this one I give it 3.7. You know, I was thinking about it. I'll probably give it 4.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah. It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
I think I'm gonna put this right above Postal.
See, I would put it. For me, I guess I probably would put it above Prince of Persia, but Postal I like for different reasons.
Yeah.
That movie is messed up in the.
Yeah. No, Postal at number 8, which is still pretty fair for a Uwe Boll movie. Like that's pretty fucking high.
So is that movie. So is that movie.
Yeah. So right now our rankings are number 1 is still Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat has not left the number 1 spot.
Hey,
maybe there'll be something to break it. Maybe.
You think Monster Hunter will break it?
I think Sonic.
Okay.
Sonic was a really good movie. I think Sonic, with the heart it had, possibly.
All right.
Detective Pikachu could be up there.
Okay.
And Rampage could be an interesting one too.
All right. Yeah, I'm interested in that one.
So number 1, Mortal Kombat. Number 2 for me is Super Mario. Dead or Alive is for you. Mario is 3 for you. Double Dragon is Dead or Alive is 3 for me. Double Dragon's number 4. Street Fighter's number 5. Prince of Persia's number 6. Need for Speed is number 7. Postal's number 8. Tomb Raider is number 9 for you. Resident Evil Retribution is 9 for me. Resident Evil Apocalypse is 10 for you and 10 for me. Resident Evil 2. This is where it goes get confusing. Retribution is 11 for you. Afterlife is 11 for me. Resident Evil 2 is 12 for you. Doom is 12 for me. Doom's 13 for you. Tomb Raider is 13 for me. Resident Evil Extinction is 14 for both of us. 15 is Silent Hill. 16 is Silent Hill Revelations. 17 is Resident Evil 1. 18 is Tomb Raider 2. 19 is Wing Commander. 20 is House of the Dead. 21 is Max Payne. 22 is Blood Rain. 23 is In the Name of the King. 24 is Street Fighter Legend of Chun-Li for you and Tekken for me. 25 is Far Cry for you. 25 is Street Fighter Legend of Chun-Li for me. 26 is Alone in the Dark for you. Far Cry for me. 27 is Hitman for you. MK2 for me. 28 is Tekken for you. Hitman for me. And 29 is MK2 and Alone in the Dark for me.
Staying at the bottom.
Staying at the bottom. Next week, our verdict is another Hitman movie. Agent 47 Hitman.
Well, it's a different director and stuff, right?
Yeah, let's hope he did a better job.
Yeah, exactly.
So we have that, then we have Warcraft, and then we have the final Resident Evil.
Yeah, I guess so. That's what it's called, right?
The final chapter. I'll tell you right now. No, we have so Need for Speed was this week. Hitman for Agent 47 is next week. The following week is Warcraft. The week after that it's Assassin's Creed, and then we'll wrap up Resident Evil the following week after that, the final chapter. We are getting down to the last movies on our list. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 movies to go.
Nice.
We're getting there. Let's see if anything will take Mortal Kombat out the top spot.
On the top and bottom for me.
The top or the bottom. Yeah, man. You know what I'll do right before we're finishing the list? We'll probably just do a recap and see where everything lies with your list now. And like, if you want to change anything or just like, all right, this needs to be there, this needs to be there. We do that one last big draft before the final one we do.
Yeah, well, we don't have to recap the number. We could just do the top 10. I'll try to put them on the descriptions and stuff so that you can follow it.
Yeah, so we're going to do all 30 because it's getting a lot. So we'll keep the top 10, and if it doesn't make the top 10, then
top 10 and bottom 3.
Bottom 3. You just want to make sure Mortal Kombat is known for a shitty movie.
Yes.
Well, it's in my bottom 3 too, so there you go.
Okay.
I think we had the same bottom 3. No, we don't, because I have Alone in the Dark as my bottom 3. Fuck that kick up bullshit kick.
No. Oh, Christian Slater, why?
Yeah, so that's our verdict of this week, Need for Speed. Again, next week we'll have Agent 47, Hitman. Hopefully he's a better movie than the first Hitman, because that one was doo-doo.
Yeah, just... So, all right, we can wrap this one up.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening. Make sure you catch us anywhere and everywhere Red Cyclone Inc. That's on YouTube, SoundCloud. That's on Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram. That's on WordPress. And the Facebook group, also Red Cyclone Inc.
Yep.
So you check it out. What you have, Mark?
Follow us on everything. Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, SoundCloud, YouTube, Twitch, all Mark the Mic. Follow all our other casts. We have a new episode of of the Morphin Cast on Power Rangers Time Force. We have Not a Trekkie. We have Games of Rage podcast. We have the the Shell Shock podcast, which we just recorded too. So I'm excited for you guys to listen to those because those are interesting. Those are interesting casts, especially reviewing and giving love for the first movie. I feel like our first cast wasn't the best for it, so we wanted to just bring back the love for that first movie because that movie is probably the best one ever. No one could touch that one. And then we did our review of the the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Out of Our Shell tour, and that was interesting.
That one, power.
Pizza Power.
Can't wait.
You know what you should listen to? I just want you to listen to and just give me your feedback. Splitter's song, Skipping Stones.
Okay. All right.
I'll send you the link.
I
Like, oh, I'm skipping stones.
Oh, Lord. All right. He's enthusiastic about it.
He has like a terrible version, a terrible like Bruce Springsteen voice. It's really bad. Anyway,
That's great.
yeah,
That's
definitely
great.
check those out. Shout outs to Emperor Chariot. It was Jackie's Twitch channel.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, definitely check her out. She's been playing. She's playing everything. She's playing from Last of Us. She's playing Among Us. She's playing a lot of indie games that she's been playing. She likes a lot of horror stuff, so she's been playing Death by Daylight, and she's been having a lot of fun with it. So definitely check her out, Emperor Chariot, and Twitch TV. Give her a like, give her a subscribe, tell her I said hi. Tell her I had sent you and stuff like that. So basically, she could get her affiliate going because she's very, very close to getting it. I may be starting to Twitch a bit more once I get able to just get my schedule straight. I'll probably do the Ghost of Tsushima multiplayer with my buddies and see how that goes. I already picked my assassin. I forgot to talk about that, but that came out this week and I'm excited for it. But I didn't get to really play it, so I don't have a full review, so I'll have that next week. But I picked the assassin because I always go for the assassin because he has a rope and he stabs people in the back, and I love doing that.
Okay. I found it. So don't worry, Mark. I'm going to watch Skipping Stones.
Yes. I could give you the whole concert if you want to watch the whole concert.
Scary.
You want to watch the whole concert? I have the whole concert.
Oh, no. The link is on YouTube still,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, I'll watch it.
Yeah,
I'll watch it
Skipping Stones.
But he looks terrifying.
Yes, he does. God, we were gullible fucking kids. I love that shit.
Oh, my goodness.
All right,
y'all.
peace out, laters, and Skipping Stones.
Skip them stones 6 feet away from the jinkies.
Away from the jinkies.
Oh, I didn't know it had a montage of him skipping stones.
Yes.
Oh. Wow, it gets even weirder. All right. Wow.
Oh man.
Wow, he does Tai Chi and does it too.
Yeah.
This is terrifying.
Yes, it is, but it's great. Wow. It's a product of his time.
And you sat and watched it in the
We
audience?
watched it. Oh, I got drunk though. I was
No, I mean,
shit-faced.
you saw it live, right?
Oh yeah, I was there. I was there as a kid, fucking gullible as shit, and fucking took everything like yeah. It was the greatest concert.
I wonder how a kid could watch this part because it's so slow.
Yeah, but then again, I think it was during intermission because you had like the first like 4 songs really hype. So I think it started off with Out of Our Shells, Pizza Power, and one of the other ballads. I think Walk Straight, and those are really big hype songs. And then it goes into the slow, and then goes into the story parts and shit. And it's a whole like stage performance too.
The voice coming out of Splinter is ridiculous. What's
Yes.
going on? Wow. All right. We gotta end it.
All right, brother. Stay tuned. We actually do have the reviews of the verdict of those. So basically, we'll be on our Shell Shock
Please
podcast.
listen.
So please
Please
listen. Like, subscribe, share, and peace out. Later, and don't remember, follow the jinkies.
Skip them stones.
Skip them stones with sandwiches.
Yep.